The sea was calm, almost peaceful. But beneath that still water, death was waiting. This was not an ordinary morning. It was the day when Japan unleashed its silent killers, torpedoes that tore through the pride of the American fleet. Within seconds, calm turned into chaos. The ocean surface exploded with fire and steel. And the world realized, the sea was no longer safe. It was December 1941, the Pacific Ocean carried secrets of war. While American sailors were waking up, laughing, writing letters home, far below, Japanese submarines were already in position. They weren't seen, they weren't heard, but they were listening, every sonar ping, every vibration in the water. And then, they launched. A hiss under the sea, that's how it began. Metal fish darting silently through the deep blue, each one loaded with enough explosives to rip through steel like paper. The American ships above had no warning. And when the first torpedo struck, time itself seemed to stop. Boom! A massive explosion ripped through the USS Oklahoma's hull. Sailors screamed. Metal twisted. Water gushed in like a monster devouring its prey. In seconds, the mighty warship began to tilt, 20 degrees, then 30, then 45, until she capsized completely. Men trapped inside pounded the walls, calling for help that would never come in time. Nearby, another explosion followed. This time, the USS West Virginia. The ship's belly opened up, flames shooting skyward. Oil caught fire on the water's surface, spreading like a black inferno. Sailors dived into burning seas, their uniforms melting as they screamed for rescue. The Japanese torpedoes didn't just hit steel, they tore through hope. The attack on Pearl Harbor wasn't only from the sky. While the world remembers the planes, the real horror came from beneath. The Japanese had sent their secret weapons, Kaiten torpedoes and Type 95 subsurface missiles, faster and deadlier than anything America had seen before. Each one guided by precision, striking exactly where it hurt the most, the heart of the Pacific Fleet. And as the ocean turned red, one thing became clear: Japan had mastered the art of underwater death. But this was only the beginning. After the devastation at Pearl Harbor, the United States realized something terrifying. Their enemy was invisible, and the battlefield was beneath the waves. Japan's submarines moved like ghosts. Silent, patient, and lethal. They targeted supply convoys, battleships, even rescue vessels. And their torpedoes, especially the deadly Long Lance, were unmatched. Powered by pure oxygen, these torpedoes could travel farther, faster, and hit harder than any Allied weapon. While American torpedoes often misfired or failed to explode, Japan's Long Lances were surgical. Every launch was a death sentence. In the night of November 13, 1942, during the Battle of Guadalcanal, the Americans faced them head-on. The sea was pitch black, rain falling hard. Suddenly, Japanese destroyers appeared like shadows on the horizon. Within minutes, they unleashed a swarm of Long Lances. The explosions were apocalyptic. USS Juno was torn in half, sinking in less than a minute, taking with it the 5 Sullivan brothers, a tragedy that would shake America's heart. Each detonation was more than destruction, it was precision, revenge, and mastery of underwater warfare. The Japanese Navy had perfected the unseen strike, their torpedoes slicing through steel as easily as a blade through silk. For American sailors, even the sound of the ocean became terrifying. Every ripple could mean another torpedo on its way. But war teaches quickly. By 1943, the US had learned the enemy's secrets. New sonar, depth charges, and better coordination turned the tide. The hunters became the hunted. Japanese submarines that once prowled freely were now trapped, chased, and destroyed one by one. Yet even as Japan's power faded, its torpedoes had already changed naval warfare forever. They showed the world that silence could be deadlier than noise. That beneath the calm surface of the ocean, entire wars could rage unseen. And that the deadliest weapon of all was patience. As the war ended and the seas grew quiet again, divers still found the wrecks. Rusting steel graves of sailors and submariners, locked together in eternal stillness. Each ship a reminder of that one moment in history, when Japanese torpedoes tore through American ships, and the world discovered the true terror of the deep.